Yeah, it is on because it was a Discord call. I hate. There we go. Yeah, so I have my sound set up so that I can sign both of our microphones through to Discord on a Discord call. And I'd forgotten to unmute those. Sorry, I'd forgotten to mute those. And so this is it's a whole thing. Okay, we should be intentionally good morning intentionally on microphones now. Hello, India. The microphone's on. So they'll oh wait, I'll mute that part so that you don't all get the creakiness of her microphone arm stretching its way past her monitors into her face. She's gone again. Okay, anyway. How you all doing? I got my computer all set up like 15 minutes ago. I started the stream, so you may have got like double announcements this morning. And I accidentally, you know the feature in Windows where if you shake the mouse, it minimizes every window except for the one that you have that you have like selected. Like I was holding it down and I tried to track my mouse over the table and it got stuck. So I like shook it to try and get it to register and it minimized everything. And then it just froze. My computer just like, it was like, it went into free fall and it just stopped doing anything. So that was fun. So I had to reset the whole thing, and now we're back. That's the cool story, bro. Are you just grazing over there, India? Do you have nuts or something? It is just standing in the middle of the room, rocking back and forth, eating nuts, like some sort of wild creature in the middle of an exhibit. Doesn't know what to do. You are, though. And now she's chasing the cat.
Observe the wild swifty in her natural habitat, feasting on her scrounged handful of nuts. Oh, she sits at her usual spot, her favorite spot in front of this antique. She's getting comfortable now.
Hey guys, I just didn't want to eat nuts like right next to the mic. That's all. I just thought that wouldn't be much fun for people listening.
Yeah, but you look so forlorn just standing in the middle like
I was trying to eat them as fast as possible.
Ah.
That's all.
And now she is ready to begin her day. Drawing things. Perhaps animating something.
Perhaps.
What are you doing today?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't know. I have up on my screen the Turtles Vine I was playing with yesterday night. But also I have Rise Rumble that I also should be doing. So, I don't know. I could do a background for the Vine, or I could continue with Rise Rumble and do that camera move, get some animation in there.
What do you feel like doing?
Animation up in here. I don't know. Like, part of me feels like doing the background for the vine would be easier, but
That would get something off your plate and completed.
it would be pretty much finished if I were to do it.
I just noticed a message from Wave FN that says, a while ago my school told us that all animation is done by people coding the movements. And they were talking about how the coders are underappreciated. And the whole time I was just biting my tongue.
I'm sure some animation is done that way. But definitely the animation I do isn't.
Certainly the software is created by coders that allow animators to animate with.
Yeah, but then how do you account for paper animation? Who's coding the paper, Michael?
Oh, well, I guess any software that sequences the images and plays them back.
Like, camera.
Well, maybe the camera
before
has
they had
software. Whatever, man. Whatever.
Back in the days of Sleeping Beauty.
We're not in those days anymore,
Back
India.
in the days! Some people still do it that way. Although, admittedly, everyone does use software now. I think to one extent or another.
As soon as they put it on Twitter.
As soon as...
I lost the cat texture I did.
What do you mean you lost it?
Well, I had to restart my computer. I didn't completely lose it, but I've lost it out of the file.
What do you mean?
I don't have the material anymore.
Okay, I'm just checking with you. You can't see my screen, right?
No, I'm not sharing any screens yet.
Okay, good. Because I'm just going to get a bunch of NDA stuff out of the way. I just want to make sure that there's no chance that I'm sharing anything.
Oh, okay.
Because I want to make sure that all my NDA stuff is on my other screen just in case. For some reason my screen minimizes during the stream. So how is everybody today? It is the day. It is the day. It is the day. It is the Friday. The day before the weekend. The day when we will sit and continue to do work because that is what we do. But the weekend is coming. I mean, the weekend's coming and it's exciting because I have a ticket to Mabim Bam Live. And I'll be having a watch party with some pals to watch it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And also, I believe on Saturday, we might have like an anime night as well, which will be really fun. So, there's stuff to be excited about, even if it will be a working weekend. So, very cool.
That is very cool.
It is very cool. You're right.
Thank you.
It's even more cool because you'll be involved in all of it too.
No, I probably won't.
You should be.
No.
Why? Why not?
Because I got shit to do.
You have so much shit to do. But I think they're pretty good excuses to take a break.
I guess.
Because there will only be like an hour or two.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright. I'm gonna put NDI on because what I have is now shareable. I
Cool.
believe.
So we can share our screens again.
Yeah.
Okay, switching over.
Wow.
It's not there yet.
It's not. I didn't click it. I did now. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. For doing what you said you were about to do. Okay, I need to fix the UVs on this cat and object. Oh.
JJ, you're still awake. Do you ever sleep?
Hey JJ.
That's the question. You just rotate JJ's probably. There was an awesome talk on the Toronto Animation Festival the other day for Rise, and JJ was on it. And when the talk started, for some reason there were just like 3 JJs rather than the other guests that should be there.
Did they just each take 8-hour shifts?
I mean, wouldn't that be amazing?
So,
If you had 3 of you, wouldn't you?
Well,
you'd have.
yeah, you'd have one that works for 8 hours, and one that relaxes for 8 hours, and one that sleeps for 8 hours, and then you just cycle.
No, man, I'd have one which works for 8 hours and one which answers emails for 8 hours, and then I would just.
Well, what would the... And you would what? You would just what?
I would, exist. I would just watch tmnt probably.
So the other two would only exist for...
I'd crack the whip.
You're
You'd be
not
like, "Work
you're not
faster."
understanding that they have to do it every day.
Yeah.
So if you were just doing nothing
Mm.
for 24 hours,
Mm.
or 16 if you sleep for 8,
Mhm.
what were they doing in the other 16 hours?
Working.
So one is just working for 24 hours every day, day in, day out.
I mean, do they have to sleep? Do clones sleep?
I'm assuming if you clone a version of yourself, then it will just be a version of yourself, unless you're being
I guess
unless you're diddling with the DNA.
I guess I'd have to rotate in at some point to do some work.
One of them would have to rotate out for sure.
It's a good job that I like what I do, isn't it?
Did you miss something?
Maybe I
Yeah.
just need 5 of me instead. See, hold on. NDA me for a sec, if that's cool. I just want to make sure that the file that I'm going to save this in isn't going to also go to a file that people couldn't see.
Okay. You are NDA'd.
Thank you.
Do you guys know what diddling means? I know what it can mean.
He meant it in a way of like fiddling.
Yeah.
Okay. You're good to un-NDA me. Gosh dang it. I exported the background with the colour card on and the characters on it by accident. I don't want this. I want that. There we go. It means to fiddle me crumpets, right? Oh, fiddle me crumpets! I've botched it up. Hey, Mike.
What?
You can NDA me now.
Okay.
Hey, Mike.
What?
I love you.
Ah! Okay, you're on the NDA now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. So, this is my background. And I'm gonna try and make it look like the kitchen for the show. I drew it with reference from the show. Is my reference.
Take a pic. Do not tell me how it ends. Do not. I don't want to know.
Oh, what is it? Oh gosh, yeah. Mike's into Supernatural, so no spoilers.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but I've watched a lot of it, and I probably will eventually watch more. I don't want to know.
Palmer says, "Did it end supernaturally?" It's in 2 words. I thought it was a funny joke.
Yeah, it was great.
Yes. cool. So what are you guys up to today? How's it going for you? Does anyone have any cool news? You're welcome, Papa. Anytime. Hold on, you're eating a juice box, cereal, and a Pikachu. Pokemon are not generally for consumption as food items.
Which boss was Pablo fighting? Or was it like the final boss or something?
Oh, were you doing Hollow Knight?
Hollow Knight.
Manimo! I'm just gonna drop a bunch of stuff from this. Hopefully that'll make it like it's the same place. Probably not how background artists work, but I am not familiar with doing backgrounds.
Oh, cool. Redacted says they're working on some Pixar intern storyboarding exercises.
Oh, dude, that's awesome! Cool. Are those available for people to just like look at or download or anything? Because I would be interested in trying my hand at a few of those for practice, if they are. Sounds like fun.
Are you doing anything with Dropbox?
No, I don't think so, but it's on. You can turn it off if you want.
Mine's is downloading a whole bunch, but I'm getting like jittered in Blender, so I think I'll...
Yeah, maybe just twine it off. You don't need it.
Wait.
Can you share PDFs here? I don't know. I think if it's on a Google Drive, you can probably share a link.
You'll need permission. Oh.
What's up?
I didn't fix the permission linking thing, so I don't know how to get around that. Maybe type it into that without it being a link.
And then we can assemble it as a link if you leave a gap in it or something. Hive Knight kicked you until you kicked his. Nice job, dude. Eat that, boss. Ah, JJ, you never finished Hollow Knight. So good. It's good all the way through. I say, quite a good stress relief game.
Got so far and something made you mad.
Well, that's not surprising. There are many infuriating things. That game is hard. Mike and I were playing it together and we got to the DLC. And we haven't managed to complete the DLC yet because there's a boss in it that's just so hard. So hard.
Yeah.
Can't get past it.
I was considering doing like a Hollow Knight, like either like a boss rush or something stream, or perhaps I don't think it's a spin-off so much as a whole sequel, JJ. Like I think it started out as being kind of like a DLC, and it just grew into a whole game. Silk Song.
Oh, I can't wait for Silk Song. Mainly because Hornet's so cool. I'm really looking forward to playing as her. But yeah, I mean, you could do that, Mike. You could do that as like a celebratory stream or just thing to do after you've wrapped up your work this week.
Yeah, that could be cool. I was thinking about doing a some sort of event around that, but maybe coinciding it with perhaps a stream where I try to raise some funds for getting a new computer for either / both of us.
Well, I'm good to just invest in mine. I think. But yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
To do some Hollow Knight to celebrate wrapping up the project.
Could be Hollow Knighting. It's either that or it's going to be something. I haven't fully decided what it's going to be.
It's gonna be fun. So many games that we've yet to play that I want to. So it depends if you want to have something where you get to like just hit things for a really long time, or if you want to have a relaxing experience to wind down. Like, do you want to blow off steam or do you want to drift into relaxation?
Were you asking me a question or someone else a question?
That was to you.
What was the question?
I was just saying that I suppose what type of game you want to play will depend on whether you want to blow off steam or relax, because there's a bunch of stuff that we want to play that we haven't yet. Like Spiritfarer.
That's true, yeah. I think I would want to play something challenging. That relaxes me more.
Yeah, fair enough.
I get bored on really slow-paced games. Not bored, but just kind of like... Wait, no. Not
angry.
Not angry.
They make me so mad.
Antsy, I think is the word that I was trying to say.
Okay.
Okay, so I got us back to where we were before with the old
texture.
Cute kitty cat.
Nice job.
Do you think the whiskers are good, or do you think I could lose them?
Yeah, I think they're okay. Yeah. I think they're cute. I don't think people would realize that they were gone if you lost them, unless they had watched these streams. Like, I don't think people would miss them, but I also think they're kind of cute. So. Oh, Squid Street, thanks. I'm glad you like them. I'm not used to making them. Those are the first ones I've made, so I'm really happy they came out okay. I spent a lot of time, longer than you would probably think they would take to make, like agonizing over whether they were working or not. It was really cool actually to do some art for emotes that was at such a small scale, because I normally work pretty big.
Yeah, getting the clarity in them, I find that really difficult.
Yeah, it was a really good learning experience, honestly, to do something like that. See.
I guess his idol, he would have to hold the oar over his shoulder as well.
Yeah, I suppose if you're going to have them always holding the weapons and never putting them down, which I think is what you're planning to do.
Yeah.
Then they're going to have it all the time, pretty much. No point planning a pose without it.
Maybe I'll make a new one called Idol Or just in case. Redacted, please stop linking. Batissimo is gonna be more severe each time.
Oh no! What are you linking, Redacted?
Just remove the HTTPS
Yeah, if you,
from the front.
if you make it into not a link, then it will fool the bot, and the bot won't delete it. But we can reassemble it. I'm really interested in the new Yakuza game, because I've never played one before, and everyone who has told me that they're amazing and excellent and really, really fun. And apparently the latest one is extra fun and awesome. And you don't need to have played the other Yakuzas to understand and appreciate what's going on.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in them because they have this kind of weird, like, have it like a great kind of tone disparity of being like, you know, Yakuza mafia type, but then really silly kind of side quests, as far as I understand.
Yeah. So apparently this one's extra silly because the main character is really into RPGs, and so everything he kind of sees, he interprets in an RPG sense, with only him able to like see that stuff and everyone else being like, what are you on about?
Sorry, what's that? I'm a little spaced today.
Are you alright? Are you super tired?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just like preoccupied with the fact I keep reading the chat and zoning you out, and I apologize.
Okay. I was just saying that the main character in the new Yakuza game is really into RPGs, and so he interprets events as if they are RPG related, though none of the other characters do. So
okay.
everything has like stats, special attacks, and the special attacks are things like throwing beans at someone so that pigeons attack them and stuff.
So
and,
after
like,
a fight, he might do like a victory pose, and everyone else is just kind of walking off normally.
I mean, I don't know specifically. I only heard people talking about it, but it's stuff like you can do summons in battle, but summons are just him calling his friends on his cell phone and asking for help.
That's great. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it sounds super fun. The most important thing, of course, is that it's karaoke.
Of course, you can't have a game set in Japan without it.
A dangerous sponge. We don't hate bots. We're pro bot.
We're
Yeah.
anti-spam.
Anti-spam, but we believe in bot rights. We have our own little robot called Trashbot.
It's our own little robot that is now set to prevent link.
Is that Trashbot doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, look at Trashbot being all useful. Good for them. Good for them. Trashbot is like notoriously malfunctions all the time and never does what they're meant to do. So this is a great thing to hear. I'm proud.
Well, the permit doesn't work, so I meant to set it up so that we could permit people to link if they asked. But otherwise it just times out spam bots that come in, and then eventually bans them if they keep doing it.
The bot to prevent bots. But only malicious bots.
Yeah.
Friendly bots are always welcome. Trashbot is a friend. Trashbot is friend shape.
Trashbot's in the poster that Palbro made.
Yeah!
That's so cool.
Palbro is so cool. I still can't get over that poster. You're amazing, dude.
That must have taken you ages.
Get all those little references in and everything. So cool. Man, how would I survive without grids? I love grids so much.
You're right, my friend.
Bot.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the bit.
Palbro, you're super cool. I will have a word fight with you over how cool you are. Right here in front of everyone. I wish our time zones lined up a bit better so that I could watch your streams more often. Word fight! Use your words! You're great! 20 damage.
You used a juxtaposition.
You're a good friend. Super effective. KO. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
You hit a subtle meaning in parentheses. Ah, fuck. You hit a subtle meaning in parentheses. Yeah.
Love it.
I imagine listening to like a game like that and they put in an outtake by accident.
I'd love that.
Like,
Double kill. Sorry, kill.
I'd love that. I think they do that in one of the Sonic games. I think there's like a line read in Sonic 06 where the guy's like, he flubs it and then he's like, I'll just do it again. And then he says it again and they left the entire thing in. That's quality control.
There's one in Oblivion as well, or a few instances of that in Oblivion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can forgive both games because there's a lot of lines in those games. I think it's brilliant. I love stuff like that. Just reminds me that the games are made by humans. Real human people.
They're made by humans.
They're made by humans. A human made the game that you are playing. Made by humans. Certified human. 100% humans what it made of by.
All right.
Yep.
Very, very good.
Thanks. Aw, Batismo says, Evelyn says, your value is not defined by your productivity. It's okay to just exist sometimes. Good to know.
No, I disagree.
Oh, Michael. Oh, Michael, if I could just come over there and give you a big ol' hug. I know that you have to be productive over the next couple of days, specifically, but you're so close to the end.
Yeah,
You do it,
yeah,
Mike.
yeah. I can't just exist for the next few days.
No, the
I
next
have-
few days are super crunch time for you.
Yeah.
I will be here though to get you hot chocolate, or you don't like coffee, so or tea, or anything you should desire. I will help out. I'll do my part. Give them shoulder massages. I can try. I'm really bad at them, you guys. I try to give him shoulder massages, but often it just ends in him laughing at me because I'm so bad at them.
I think I would change your statement to be more like your value isn't diminished when you take a break or something. Because I think if you applied the statement of like your value is not defined by the productivity, it's okay to exist. Then if someone was never productive and only just existed, then what value would they actually have contributed? If you get what I mean, like it doesn't. Oh, it's...
Michael, wow. I mean, I would think that they would contribute good value by maybe like, you know, being a good person or a good friend or doing stuff that doesn't have to be productive.
Being a good friend is productive.
Do you count that? What do you count doing anything as productivity?
Yeah,
Okay, I think maybe you're defining it slightly differently.
Maybe.
Then. Yeah.
maybe.
I think it's just a matter of the fact that a lot of artists kind of tie how much work they can get done in a day to their self-worth.
Yeah.
And then set themselves impossible goals and then feel really bad that they don't meet them.
I might just be like being hyper pedantic with the statement.
I mean, that's very productive of you.
Thanks.
That wasn't a compliment. Morning, Ola. It is really hard not to attach like 100% of your self-worth to your work when you love art and you know, do it as a job or just like really, really want to be doing it all the time. It can be really hard to separate that from your general being. At least I have problems with that. You know, I think that's why a lot of people on social media and such apologize for not having posted in a long time.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that.
You'll see a lot of people being like, I'm really sorry I haven't posted in 3 days, but here's a piece of art I did. And it's like, dude, you don't have to apologize to just the general world for not posting something up every single day of your life. But it can feel like you do.
Yeah, you don't owe Twitter anything.
Sometimes I worry it's more like they feel like they're not a good artist and therefore not a good person if they're not putting stuff up. Like they feel like they're lazy if they're not putting stuff up every day. And you know, sometimes just life happens and you have other priorities and that's okay. You know, sometimes it's okay also to do art and just not post it on Twitter. Do it for fun. You know, it's a shame. I feel like it puts a lot of pressure on young artists who have kind of grown up on social media.
Yeah.
And feel like that's the way you do things.
And then it's only been the way to do things in the last 10 years or whatever.
Yeah. Before then it was just sketchbooks all the way, baby. And you pushing them in front of your friends' faces and friends being like, please stop. I don't want to see your Sonic fan art again. I don't care.
But you would care. Oh, are you talking about like, you talking about someone
So talk about my, you know, your friends
engaging
in
with
school
you.
when you would be like, look at this I drew. Because your drawings would only be in a sketchbook.
Okay, I fixed the shaders on the cat so it doesn't have weird red eyes anymore.
Nice.
And all the shaders are just emission. I don't need lighting in this scene.
Yeah, animated moon, you don't have time to make things perfect. You don't want to have to worry about things when you're dead. I definitely agree that it's better to have things done than it is to have things perfect. I'd rather have things finished and move on to the next thing where I can learn from the mistakes I made and hopefully not make them again or just improve on the process than noodle away forever to try and get the one thing perfect. Because the thing is, it'll never feel perfect because every single thing you do will teach you something. And so you're always going to be better than you were when you made it. And so you're always going to see stuff that you could improve. I think you kind of have to make peace with the fact that you might not always be 100% happy with what you make. But you can be like pretty content at having done a good job with something even if it's not perfect.
Copy. And then go to run. And then do the duplicate and then run to idle.
Yeah, a tip I'm also guilty of noodling more than I should. But also it's so satisfying to be able to finish things, you know? Yeah, exactly, Ola. You gotta move on at some point.
Delete keyframes.
You know, like a good example I think is that if I'm okay to talk about your compositing on Night Runner, Mike.
Yeah.
So Mike was doing the compositing on Night Runner, and like every project we do, we were running super short on time, at the end, and Mike was having to rush a lot of stuff that he would have liked to have spent more time on. And when Night Runner came out, Mike was actually like pretty low on himself for the job that he'd done on it. He didn't think he'd done a very good job on the compositing. And it's taken like a year away from that project for him to come back to it and look at it again on YouTube and be like, you know what, actually, I think I did a pretty good job. Everyone on the team is like, yes, this is what we've been saying to you. Of course you have. It looks amazing. But it took Mike himself like a little bit of time to come round to being able to see what was good about the work he'd done.
Well, I guess to a certain point when you're in your final stages of it, that all you're looking out for in it is the mistakes.
Yeah, and so that's all you can see for a little bit of time.
And there's still mistakes in Night Runner that I can see. I just have let go of the feeling of I need to fix them.
I think that's a good thing about finishing things though, is you kind of have to let go of the little stuff. So long as the big stuff works and the intent reads. And obviously, as long as you've done your best and like really push yourself and given it your best shot.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Tib, I didn't know that. Tib says that's kind of how I felt about Starlight. It took me a long time to be able to watch that without feeling incredibly depressed about what you could have done better. Oh wow, Tib, I'm sorry you felt like that because your work on Starlight was amazing. For anyone in chat who doesn't know, Tib was lead effects artist on Starlight Brigade.
There's some crazy things that happened towards the end of Starlight for me and Crunch. Like we submitted a version of the video. I think it was like either a week or 2 weeks before the final version was made.
Mm-hmm.
Where the clients and everyone were like, "This is great, we're happy with this," and we're like, "It's not finished.
It's not finished.
Give
us more time."
And then that last kind of 2 weeks was just like tightening every bolt that we possibly could.
Yeah, there's still mistakes in Starlight too. There's mistakes in everything we've ever done. It's like you can't get them all. You still watch it and see bits of effects and backgrounds which have been cut off by accident and, things which are layered incorrectly.
Yeah.
But for the most part, no one notices. Only we notice, so it's okay.
The background, there's a background where the pyramid explodes. I made that in 5 minutes because it was like one of the last ones to do, and
it was such a rush.
And I just had to get something in there, and it just it was like took a cloud texture brush, paint in where the clouds would be, and then radial blur the shit out of it.
But it
or
worked.
like radial zoom blur the shit out of it, and I was like, there we go. I like that. That'll do.
Yeah. I mean, it looked great though. Like, you pulled it together, dude.
It's my favorite background.
It's not, don't lie.
That I've ever done.
What is actually your favorite background?
From Starlight.
From anything that you've done.
I don't know.
One of your favorites, then.
I really like the environments of Strive's homeworld. Painting those, I think, were my favorite, because the color stuff in there was, it felt like I put a lot of thought into it and achieved what I was aiming to do with it.
Oh, nice.
But I would probably go back to every single one of them and
if you could, but you can't.
Repaint it.
You can't.
I could take on a project where I was like, I'll take one shot of it and be like, how could I make this?
No, I'll throw you out of the window if you try and do that.
You'd throw me out of the window if I did that?
I would. I'd hurl you.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Projects are always usually just abandoned rather than finished.
I wouldn't say abandoned. I'd say that you get to a point where to do any more work on them would be like detrimental to either your relationship with the clients or to your own health.
Yeah.
You know, there always has to be a cut-off point. But it definitely never feels like something's 100% finished. It always feels like you could just, like, if you could just push it a little bit more, if you could just tweak it, if you could just redo that little bit, it would be better, you know? It's part of the frustration, I think, of doing it for a living. What's my favourite shot of animated? I think it must be... I think it's Triangle Wolf riding the bullet. Because that got a reaction that I was hoping it would get. Like that shot seemed to affect a lot of people. And a lot of people seem to really like it. And I worked so hard for so long to try and make that shot good, and there's still mistakes and stuff I see with it that I would love to redo. Like, don't focus too hard on the teeth because they don't make a lot of sense the way they move. But I was really happy that it made an impact because I really wanted it to deliver to the audience all the pain that Triangle's experiencing in that moment, where he was expressing that this shot that was being fired was full of regret, and it was for the loss of the person he loved more than for vengeance. It wasn't a victory shot, it was a shot filled with pain, and I'm really happy that came across. I'm just really happy the message like reached people.
Yeah.
I think even if bits of the animation, you know, didn't work 100%, the intent and the emotion came across, and that was the most important thing. And David made it look effing incredible with his lighting pass on it. All that detail into the leather jacket that he put in with his lighting pass is bonkers.
Join a reanimate project and make one shot the best you possibly can.
One shot and I'm out. Your favourite shot that you've animated, Tib, was this when Strive's ship was doing the barrel roll. Yeah, that was that barrel roll was not in the boards, I don't think. There was that was Tib's contribution. Like, Tibbs took the movement there and really ran with it.
Yeah.
Super gorgeous. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a lot of media that I really love, some of my favourite media, which is full of mistakes from the people who made it. But I don't care about the mistakes because the intent of the piece and the feeling it gives me is so good that, like, it just doesn't matter to me. Like, I would completely overlook it. Okay, I have to try and make this floor plane feel like it's correct.
I want to put in a little transition animation from run to idle, where he sort of like stops, but I don't know how to animate that. So I've just got my keyframes of like he's running and then he stopped. I'm trying to figure out how to get there.
I wish I could help you out. I'm not sure how I would do it. Like, I've only ever done things which have auto-blended in Unity from one state to another. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good point. The animated moon. The perfection is boring, has no life. There is something charming about flaws in something, I think, sometimes. It's like I was saying with the voice lines, where you can tell the recording's been cut or they've used the wrong one. There's something charming about that. It's like the human touch. And it can make me like something more when there are mistakes in it. I think there's something kind of universal about it.
I want to see something. I did a copy and it was like, do you want a copy mirrored or flipped? And I was like, what? Copy, paste, flip. That's cool. That's pretty weird, but that's cool.
What have you found?
I found a way to like flip my pose, I guess. That's cool. I can't actually do that, but I can do it on. I want to do it on my feet.
Do it on my feet. That might be close enough. People might not notice. I've joined these two together.
And maybe I can only do it for a whole character. That's fine.
How come the stove is on top? That's really strange. Shouldn't be. Oh. Because there are two sets of floors and one of them is above. Makes sense. Oh, did you see Hinkapink Art say that their partner's doing this at the moment? And they're going to ask him what he uses.
There we go.
Yeah, one of the cool things about humans is that we're just like messy, imperfect creatures, and I kind of think that's beautiful. No one in the world ever gets what they want, and that is beautiful. In the words of They Might Be Giants. But I think, like, the point is that people try, despite the fact that perfection is something that you can't, you know, really attain. I think the human experience is to strive anyway, to strive for the impossible.
Yeah.
And that's super cool.
Oh, I should do a jump animation as well.
Yeah. Are your characters going to need to jump?
Yeah.
How come?
Because I want to make a 3D character controller for the running and jumping as part of it.
But they're not going to be jumping unless they're off the pigs, right?
Yeah.
And why?
I want to give the pigs a jump as well.
Okay.
I think that'd be cool.
Wondering why the characters would need to jump when they're off the pigs.
Because jumping's cool.
I think this floor doesn't line up quite as well as I thought it did when I first put it down. The question is, can I get away with it? Probably. I'll probably get away with it. Strive is vibing in the chat tonight. Yeah, Doig getting feature creep. That's what I'm worried about. I'm just worried that that you're kind of just adding things because, rather than because they make sense to have in the game. But it's your game, so
It is.
you can add whatever the heck you want.
I don't feel like jumping as a feature creep. I feel like jumping, if you had a character that could run around and it couldn't jump, you'd be like...
What you mean, like Link from Legend of Zelda? You know, one of the most successful game franchises ever, in which the main character can't jump but can run around an open world. I will admit that jumping in Breath of the Wild is hilarious because you can alternate legs and just leap across a landscape continually.
That's yeah. Breath of the Wild jumping is cool.
I mean, it is your choice. I'm just saying that I think in a very simple game like Pig Joust, you don't necessarily, like, jumping doesn't really serve a purpose. So it might be best not to overcomplicate it. But I'm sorry, I'm not directing you on this project, so I should butt out. The director hat.
Yeah.
It's on. It's
yeah.
so hard to
get the
effing
fuck
take
out.
off. Okay.
Go
I'm sorry.
away.
I'm sorry. I'm going. I'm going.
You don't need me.
I'm having my own problems with the floor. I should focus on that. Ding dang floor, not lining up.
You know what?
Whatever, man.
You know what I just realized?
Wait.
Once Mystic wraps,
Mm.
I'll finally have a period of time for a little bit where you're not my boss.
Yep.
I'm gonna enjoy that.
What you
Just a
gonna
little
do?
bit.
You're gonna make fun of me all the time
It's
on
just
my
a-
project.
It's just a no. It's just a weird. It's an interesting dynamic to like be in a relationship with someone who you work for, and having to compartmentalize certain things, because there are sometimes like the lines blur, and I'll be snarky at you as if I was your boyfriend, and you'll be like, that wouldn't be acceptable in a professional thing,
you
and I'd be like,
backtalk
no,
me.
you're right, I need to rein that back in.
You whelp. You ungrateful whelp.
How close is Mystic getting now? I'm not sure I can say specifics, but like real close.
Yeah, super duper duper close. Close as in soon Mike will be free. We just have to make sure that we deliver.
How did you do the floor texture?
I just got a pattern and slapped it down
That's cool.
and skewed it. That's all I did. It's not particularly artfully done, but I think enough of it's off screen that you might not notice. So that's my hope. I think we work pretty well together though, even though we're in a relationship and, you know. I think
yeah.
I think in general, like, we know when to laugh about stuff and we know when to get serious about stuff
Yeah.
when it comes to the projects that we're doing.
The next thing I'll be working with for you will be Glim.
Yeah, that's exciting. You just saw the preview of this Vine. Awesome. We'll be popping the background in there in a sec and checking it out, seeing how it looks. It's so close to being done.
Make him say yes.
As a boss, can I make him do the dishes? No. Unfortunately, my boss powers only extend as far as compositing goes. They don't extend to the kitchen or anything else. My power is limited. Oh! Chromail. Chromail! Let me just... Excuse me, stamps. Let me take that from you. This chromail is from Redacted. Redacted says... Dragon, 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 dragon. Dragon.
Great.
Thank you for that. I appreciate you sending us some mail. It's always good to get a letter, isn't it? I miss letters. Oh, what software are we using? Yeah, Mike's using Blender, right?
Yeah.
I am using Photoshop and a Toon Boom.
I'm gonna try animating this.
Yeah.
Do you know what? No. I shouldn't do this.
What is it?
I was gonna try animating them as if they're stepping forward, but what I should really do is have them animate, and then when they stop doing whatever their animation they're doing, they should step back into like where they would have stopped when the player stopped pushing, so that they don't like keep running, otherwise it'll feel laggy.
I was supposed to sing it. I'm sorry. Here you are. Dragon, 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 dragon. My bad. As a boss, do I get dibs on new equipment? What new equipment? And no. The equipment goes to whoever needs it the most. And right now, the person who needs the equipment the most is Mike, because Mike is the person doing the work on the project. Boss really doesn't mean much except for giving a lot of notes.
Yeah. And checking up whether I'm getting distracted or not is a big one, which you shouldn't have to do, but I am my
your own worst enemy.
One indication of whether I'm overwhelmed in a project is whether I can stay on task. It's a whole thing with me.
Yeah, so it's making schedules as well, I guess.
Yeah.
And
my time management.
lists.
My time management is just I'll do this until it's done, and then I'll do the next thing that's on a list. It's not great.
That's okay. After working on a lot of stuff together, we kind of know how one another works now.
Yeah.
So I'm aware, like, when Mike's getting distracted.
One of the big issues with me as well is like with compositing in After Effects, my computer takes a bit of time to like compute changes and show me them. And it's just so hard to stare at a screen that is just a loading bar all day. So I try and multitask, but that multitask switching just keeps my brain in an unsettled state. So it's very hard to like stay interested / invested. Like if you're just drawing and you're making each stroke and you're painting, I'm fine. I'll just keep painting and it'll be great. If I'm doing stuff in After Effects where it's like, tweak this color value and then wait 30 seconds to see what that looks like it just...
I think that's fair.
It just hurts at this point.
Yeah, painful. Yeah, well, we're planning to get new PCs soon, Palbro. As soon as, money and time allows. That will be happening. Just because it slows down our work a lot and it's frustrating.
Oh, thanks for all the info, Hinka Pinkart.
Aw, thanks, Hinka Pink. We really appreciate it. Time management is tricky and it's so different for every person. Every person works so differently. You kind of have to know yourself a lot to be able to manage your time effectively. You have to know the warning signs from yourself.
JJ says, I access work email through a web browser, same with the server, so every time I go to check an email, I end up checking all 12 tabs I also have open before even realizing doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one. Is where is my work tab? I have to get through all these other tabs to get to it. I now have a dedicated work window. So one window has all my distraction tabs and one window has all my work tabs. So at least if I open the work window, even though I might have more than one tab, it's all stuff which is relevant to the project.
That's clever.
I had the same problem, so I had to do something about it, you know.
You always keep a sketchbook where you sketch while you're waiting for rendering, or you listen to us. Oh, that's
Aw.
cool. But Doctor, I am. What's it?
I don't know what you're doing. I wish I could help.
There's a joke where a guy called like a guy goes to a doctor and he goes, "Doctor, I'm feeling really sad. Can you help me?" And the doctor goes, the great clown Pagliacelli or something is in town. You should go see him. He's amazing. He'll make you laugh." And he goes, "But Doctor, I am Pagliacelli."
Is it a doctor joke, or is this like a piece of something that's meant to make you go, "Oh, yes, interesting." The clown himself is sad.
Well, it's like, oh, you're sad. Go alleviate your sadness by going to watch the clown. But the clown who is sad cannot watch himself.
That's very deep.
I could listen to the VODs. They never listen to me.
You're right there, Mike. Okay, dude, I'm here for you. Don't even worry about it. The clowns are the saddest ones of us all. Okay. I just need to find a nice blending mode for this. And then tilt shift it. And then we'll try it. Disco Kitchen. Do this one. Reduce it down. Disco Kitchen. Disco Kitchen. Mixing those eggs. Okay. Tilt shift, one of my favorite things. Seaglass, didn't the doctor read the patient name? He blind? Maybe it was a stage name. Now you have it in your ear. It's a good song. Dragon, 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 dragon. I really like not having a bunch of tabs open. It makes me feel more organized. Like I feel like I'm doing a better job. Like I've got my stuff together slightly more.
Good for you.
Do a good tab clear out. Nothing like a good tab clear out. It's interesting though how much work for me is just making sure my environment feels good to work in. Like that makes a huge difference. Can you NDA me again while I save this?
Oh, you've been NDA'd the whole time.
No, I haven't. I've got it open next to me. Nice try, chum. I've heard shotgun's pretty good, Tib.
I saw that Steiny was asking about like computer things and getting a good build and everything. I've been going through similar stuff with Declan, and he gave me a parts list, and I've doing a little bit of research myself, and realized that like the budget that we probably have to aim for like a good computer now, but a good computer that'll see us for the next 4 to 5 years is around about 2,500
Oh no,
euros.
that's so much.
Like we could go for cheaper, but I don't think, like, my computer requirements are higher than India's, so, but I still feel like if India had, like, if we both got the same sort of computer level, then she would just like vibrate herself. She wouldn't have to wait. I think a big part of appeal of getting India a computer where she won't have to wait for things to do anything is that she'll just be a lot less frustrated in my proximity, because there's so many times when like she's just waiting for something to render out, and I can internally feel how she's feeling if she's just sort of like 3 feet away, and it actually makes me like,
I'm sorry.
pent
My
up.
anxiousness is like reaching across the desk.
Yeah,
The feeling of stress.
because I just have that feeling of like, what can I do to help? And there's nothing I can
nothing.
do to help.
Yeah. You can un-NDA me now. We are
Also,
good.
oh, I didn't even remember that I'd NDA'd you. That was okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You're
I
NDA'd
think
now.
it's looking okay.
And I look forward to a time when India goes, "Can you come and have a look at this?" And I go over and she just hits play and it shows me. That would be lovely.
That would be really nice. Yeah, that would be real good.
Because at the moment it's, "Can you have a look at this?" Sure. Let me just play it through a few times so it smooths out. Okay, cool.
Oh, it's frozen. Okay, just give me a sec. It needs to think.
Yeah. Because it's a snowball effect. I have to stand up, which is like really just puts me out of my way, you know? I have to
Wow.
walk over and stand up and look at the screen. That's just like, we're not even getting to the computer issues yet.
So sorry, dude.
And then I have to wait for it to compute. Then I have to make it all the way back to my desk and sit down.
that is painful. I'm really sorry that you have to go through that.
So if I could just
Yeah,
if I
you
could just
have to
remove
move.
some of that inconvenience, that would be amazing.
Oh man. I need to put an egg or something in the pan, so Mikey's actually doing something in the kitchen and not just stood there with a spoon.
Eggs. Eggs.
I do sometimes feel like I should set up scheduled review windows for you, or something, because once you've asked me to come and look at something, I'm out of the mindset of whatever it was I was doing, and it takes me a little bit of time to get back into it.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, it's just a reality with me.
Yeah, but that sucks, so I
but
don't
if-
want to be distracting you.
But if there's like, okay, from like 12:15 to 12:18, you've got a 3-minute window to ask me for advice.
It might have to be like that over the next couple of days, just so that you can really focus.
Yeah.
It's nice to have someone whose opinion I can ask, like, or you can just come over immediately and give me your immediate impression.
Most of the time I go, why don't you ask such and such?
Yeah. It's a fair point. I don't want to be bothering people all day, though. Egg. Okay, Mikey's making an egg. That's what's happening.
Ola says, ask me! Even though we're not working together.
I mean, I'd love to, Ola. Like, you're such a good animator. Like, jeez.
though, because I don't really storyboard.
I mean, that's part of what's good about it, though. Like, about asking you.
I
that
don't
you-
know what I'm talking about.
Well, not that. More just like, you can look at it like an audience member would. Like, without knowing the context, you can tell me if something is reading clearly.
Gotcha.
You know, when you know what's meant to be happening in the scene already, then you know you can look for those things and ping them out and connect the dots easier than someone without any context. So the true test of whether something reads or not to me is being able to show someone who doesn't know what's going on in the scene and see if they can pick it up.
Sorry, I'm laughing because Robin's like, she's saying you're basic.
I'm not saying that.
No, it's good.
I'm saying that it's sometimes good to have someone who's not a boarder have a look at your boards and tell you if what you're doing makes sense to them. See if they're reading from the characters of the situation what you want them to be. Alright, let me resave this for the egg. Resave this for the egg. Yep. Yep. And then, yep.
I just remembered
What is it?
I was supposed to be doing stepped animation.
Did you start doing it where the computer interpolates it for you again?
I did.
Now I'm doing egg. Behold! The great egg! There we go. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Could maybe do with some fairy lights over on the left side there, just because we have some here. I don't know, what do you guys think?
I think it's pretty crazy that you're making an entire shot that looks like it's from the...
Well, I'm trying to
From
get
the
it as
show.
close as I can to the show. But, you know, there are still things that aren't, because I am not as skilled as the background artist on the show. Could I play it? I can't play it where you can see the background sharply. And the only way you can see the background like this is me putting it on render mode. Which means I can't play it. But I can play it like this, where the background's super pixelated.
Let me just...
Oop.
There you go.
Yeah, it's almost there. There's just a couple of things I want to... Oh, thanks! A couple of things I want to try with the line art, because I've noticed that the show has this kind of chromatic aberration thing going on, where the red and blue channels are kind of slightly offset from one another on the line art. I'm not sure how to do that in Toon Boom without just duplicating the line art, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Do what with what?
Duplicate the line art
Oh, to do what?
to give it the look of chromatic aberration, because there's not like a plugin in Toon Boom to do that. So the only way I can think of doing it is to duplicate the line art twice, have one red, one blue, offset them slightly. And
Oh,
blur them
wait.
out.
Go into the nodes.
Go into my nodes. My node library or my nodes themselves?
Node library.
Okay.
Where is it?
It's coming. Just give it a sec.
And then do start.
What for?
RG.
Okay. Rugaba. RGB difference.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is this what I want?
Yeah.
Let me just I need to get my node view up. Do not be afraid of the node view. The node view is your friend. Okay, here we are. So let's do Leo's inks to begin with. We might need to do colour, I think. Oh no, colour only has colour art on it. So Leo inks should be the right one. Let me just check in the camera view. I take these off. Then nothing happens. So which inks am I looking at here? Okay, Leo inks no stripes is what I'm looking at. Yeah. But here we are. So I'm dragging in RGB difference. Okay. This and this, presumably?
You might want it to, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't know how this works?
No,
Okay.
click on the yellow box.
Okay, one sec. I'm going to separate the node view out again. So that I can see what's happening in my camera view. Okay. Difference here. So red.
I don't know why it has two input. Let me look that up.
Is this offsetting it?
I think it should be. Let me look it up. RGB difference. Oh.
Nodes are pretty good. I enjoy nodes. Kurzek! You redeemed Good Luck Money Hole. May good luck be with you for the entire day.
RGB riddance difference. Boom, boom.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, obviously.
Oh!
Ah, okay. If you use both the left and right image input ports, the RGB difference here will generate a map based on how much of the... This might not be what you want.
Oh, this is not the droid I'm looking for. Oh no.
I thought this was it.
It's okay if it's not.
Hang on. Chromatic aberration tune boom.
What I was going to do was going to be pretty complicated, but you can still try it.
I'm sure this was...
So I was going to do this. And this. Have them both connected. Where's connect to top? Okay, have these underneath. And then I was gonna recolor each one.
Oh wow.
Can you not find a way to do it?
No, I thought that was it.
Sorry, dude.
Maybe I
Thanks for
just
trying to help,
did
though.
a quick search and it wasn't actually what it was. And I just remembered it badly.
I appreciate it though. So let's see if that applied Yes, it did. It applied to all of the frames, which is perfect. And then wouldn't it be the same with this? Oh no, it did it to all of them. That's the problem. Is there a way to copy and paste a line art without, and recolor it without it affecting all the different copies and pastes you've done of it? That's a question.
You got a copy special, says Robin.
You've got a copy special. Okay. Let me go back into the node view.
Z-Glass, I don't work for Nickelodeon.
I don't work on the Rise series, if that's what you mean. Okay, so I need to enable this and copy it. But I need to copy special, you say? How would I do that? Maybe it's paste special. Let me delete these. Paste special. What am I looking for? I'm wondering whether I should just do... You got copy special. Okay, should I not do this? Should I cancel this paste special and copy special instead? Never create drawing files. Okay. Tick that. Gotcha. Okay, this is good. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for the help, by the way, Robin. I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, Z-Glass, this is for fun. This is just this is just me doing a goofy animation for fun, but I'm trying to get it as close to a show style as I can. In palettes, do nothing. Okay. Palettes, do nothing. Gotcha. Tip. Yeah, I agree that they could make it slightly more intuitive. And nodes. Okay, nodes. You want me to create new columns? Cool. Awesome. Done. Okay, thank you very much. So do I have to paste special again, or can I copy and paste this? Just for expediency's sake. Let me hook this up. Aw. Thanks, Z-Glass. We're just big fans of the show. Paste special again. Okay. I will do this thing. No! I should have right-clicked. Yeah. Oh, paste special again! There's literally a thing called paste special again. Okay, cool. That's good. Okay. Okay, we're back in Bee's Nest. We're going straight down to Electric Avenue. Wait a second. Where are my stripes?
Where'd they go?
Are they not there anymore? Did it not paste the stripes? Wait, did it not paste the line art? What's going on?
What going on?
I want the world to know that I do not know. It's like it hasn't pasted anything. Oh no! Why? You guys get to see how cool it looks when it's lineless though as well. Kind of love the look of lineless.
Wait,
So-
India, are you doing the 3-frame loop thing?
What?
Tim says, can't wait to see what India's gonna do for the 3-frame loop.
I'll do it if I have time to do it. Man, this is too much. This is too much effort. I was gonna do all the compositing in Toon Boom. I might have to ask Mike when he's done with his stuff if we can use After Effects, because if I have to do this for every single piece of line art I have, from the mouth to the shell markings.
Wait, what is it you're doing?
I'm told you I'm trying to copy and paste the line art twice, so I can have one red, one blue, separate them both out one frame from where they are, and blur them to create the appearance of chromatic aberration.
But you're physically copying the frames.
I'm copying the layers, but I'm having problems.
Okay, so you've got like multiple layers.
Yeah, I have 3 layers for every single piece of line art I have in the file.
Why don't you use the node view to pull out threads that are your line arts and do multiple threads of line arts and put them all into a composite and change the colors?
Because if I change one line art, it changes the line art for that layer. So I can't change the color of one.
But you can use like a color override node in the node view based on your black line art.
I could, hold on. I just thought it would be easier to do in After Effects because it's just one thing that you can do to a group of line art. Okay.
Yeah, no, you could totally do it in
So
you could totally do it in After Effects if you really want. Like, that's fine.
Do you know the shortcut for creating a composite?
Control H, but it's when you have it selected. If you like select the node that you want to put into a composite, it does it. I don't know. Maybe Control H just makes one.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so we need multiple line arts, and these are all going to go into composite. And then we're going to get a color override node.
It might be override. It might be something else.
Oh, my library's just over here. I didn't even take it off screen. I got it ready. So I need to see the full names of them, please. How do I view them? View icons of names. Okay. Let's see. Color selector. Color override. That's probably what we want. Or color scale, maybe? There's so many options. Oh, Mike's coming over, he's gonna help. Color scale offsets the colors of an image. Color correct processes the colors in a drawing layer.
Channel swap.
Channel swap. Used to take image information.
This is also interesting. Used to isolate one of the 4 color channels of an image. That channels is like your RGB, so that could be cool.
Let's try it then, I guess. Let's try it. We're going straight down to oh. Why is this so hard? Okay. I need to dock this in order to drag these in. Okay. Channel selector. Give me just the red. Give me just the blue. And then I guess I can just take this off. Pop this in. And this one needs to be at the top. Because that's my black. And these two can be off to the side.
Watching you movies is quite the thing.
Organized. Look, I'm doing my best, okay?
That's good.
There we go.
And then you probably need to suppose you can move
hmm
something after.
Yeah, so I need like a peg on just for line art.
Search for a node that's like offset.
Yep.
Wait, color scale offsets the colors of image. Oh, you saw that before. See what
I
that
did.
is?
Okay.
Click the yellow box.
I will. I will.
I don't really know what it
I
means
don't know
by
what.
one, but
Yeah.
maybe like it actually scale up. That's impressive.
Yeah, like which way is left, which way is right, which way is up, which way is down. I feel like this might not be what we want.
I feel like this might be like in terms of scale, it might just be this is like a
Pushing your colours one
yeah,
way.
Yeah. Okay, go back. They're not offset.
I don't think I can use a peg just with this,
Yeah.
which means we're again kind of screwed.
There must be a way to like do an offset.
I think there's only way to do one on a drawing layer. This is my issue.
Right.
Here?
Do like trans.
I mean, there's nothing to transform is the problem, because everything's being pulled from this drawing.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to transform here. These are just effects that would be applied to this.
Yeah.
So we need more than one of this if we want to move it.
Search nudge.
No, I'm not going to search nudge anymore because I know that this isn't going to work. I'm going to try pasting special again, and this time I'm going to do create drawing files, because I think maybe as saying don't create drawing files might have been what meant that the file drawings didn't appear, right?
Sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna try this and see if this works. And then paste special again.
There's an apply image transformation node.
Right, but that will need to be attached to a drawing, presumably.
Yeah.
And we only have one drawing, then it's going to transform the entire thing. Not just one of the line arts.
It might do one of the line art.
Okay, let's try this. So camera. Okay. So I'm gonna attempt to nudge this over one and we'll see what happens. Okay. It's just black, it just looks black. Poops. There we go. Okay, well let's try filling it and see what happens. We'll see if it... At least it's pasted us the lines this time. We'll see if it affects all of the colours if we fill it now. Okay, so apply to all frames, got that. Put on this. And fill. Oh, I'm such an eege. Oh no. Yeah, that's the problem. What I want to do is select instead, and then do this. Because otherwise it's going to try and actually fill the stuff, which isn't what I want. Aha! Aha! Look at this. We have liftoff. And then this one will be nudged that away. And we're going to adjust the colours of this one to be blue. Good morning, Doodles.
Hello.
How's it going? Ha! Awesome. Okay, so that's worked. And now I'm going to try and apply a blur to it. And see if we can't get it, like, feeling good. So, where is my library, my node library? There you are. Do Gaussian blur. Gaussian. Pop it there. Put it there. This is the kind of thing where we kind of need to see the camera view at the same time. Ah, that's the blue. See, I kind of like try 1.1 between the two. Yeah. And then this as well, 1.1.
Depends on what Rise project you're talking about. On this one, this is the Vine that India was doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's trying to get like an RGB offset.
That I am.
Do they do that on the show?
Yes,
Oh.
I do. I noticed when I was looking at screenshots of it. Now I can adjust the opacity of this.
No, I wanted to let India kind of show off what she was doing.
What you up to, Mike?
Getting my cat to do his little backstep thing.
This has also shown me that I have some stray lines just here that I'm gonna get rid of. Just here. Whoops. I think it was only on that one frame. So I think we're okay. We happened to ping onto a frame which had that. But yeah, I think this is the kind of look that we're going for here. You see there's like quite a subtle offset.
Let me full screen so I can see. Oh yeah.
We might have to check the show to like really make sure that we're getting it right. But Cromel from The Glass, which says, I love cranberry juice. No reason, just my preference. Well, good for you. You live your bliss.
I find it kind of tart and not very appealing, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but I appreciate that is your jam. So if you see, Evelyn, we have like a little offset here of the red and blue channels. Me realizing that I could just have adjusted the opacity on the lines here instead of using the layers. I was a fool!
I was going to say something very similar, Doodle Carls, and then I decided, it's fine.
Was that?
Cranberry juice is good if you have a UTI.
Oh, it is, yeah. It flushes stuff out of your system. Oh, I see. Blur's causing me a few problems.
I'd be interested to take what you have there and then comp it in such a way of like what I would do on comp on a turtle show.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you want to do the offset instead of me, I think that it would be a better way to do it.
Sure.
To be honest, because this is causing a few problems. Like the fact that I'm blurring it to get it to do this means that the two channels are overlapping one another because the blur's extending out both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like fudging up a little bit.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, okay, you do it. I'm going to delete these. All the work we did, we're just going to delete it, and we'll do some After Effects on it instead. As much as I wanted to comp everything in Toon Boom and try that out, I think it's just not. It's not ideal. So we'll do it in After Effects, which means that this is pretty much as finished as I can get it, I believe.
Yay! I can't believe it's taken me this long just to get this little...
It's a very simple vine, guys. It's super simple. It's basically 2 keyframes and some mouth positions.
It's a really strong still pose on Mikey, though.
Thanks, dude. Evelyn, you're too late. I've deleted it. I really like the vine, though. Even though the animation is very simple. The person's like, see what I can do when I really try? See what I can do when I give it my all? It's just 2 keyframes, Evelyn, and then me doing the in-betweens to like ease from one position into another.
Just animation, basically.
Aw, dudes, thank you. I really appreciate it. Like it's simple compared to the one I have of like Leo doing the backflip. That's for sure. But yeah, we got the backgrounds done. Whoop whoop. And just in time for 11 o'clock, which means we have to go.
I hate that you're so productive.
It's because I don't noodle. I'm just like, done, good, it's fine. It helps that these are, you know, vines, so they're kind of like short, fun things anyway. So, I don't noodle on it as much as I would if I was.
You're right, my friend.
Doing a larger project I was
India
super invested
rocks
in.
your socks off.
Aw, Hinka Pink, thanks. Like these little projects, these little 7 seconds animations are really fun to blow off steam on because they don't have to be perfect. You can use them as like an experiment to try different stuff. Open animation, good morning. I'm really happy that you're learning stuff. I'm learning stuff too, like, don't try and do chromatic aberration in Toon Boom. It's a pain, and it doesn't work properly.
You could set up the right nodes if you want.
I could. I don't know if that's something I want to do on stream though, because it's not particularly entertaining. You guys want to see me set up some right nodes? It's what you do when you want to export something. You have to put a right node under every single thing you want to export separately. And then you have to type in the file path for every single thing. Yeah, you don't want that, Jim of the Gym. You don't. You think you do, but you don't. No one wants this. I mean, I could show you just so that you guys know how painful it is to do.
I have a script that does it automatically for me.
Well, maybe you should set up the right nodes then, since you have a script that would do it automatically instead of making me do it.
No, feel my pain.
I'd have to rewrite the script to adopt your
Turtles.
wherever your Turtles project is.
Kind of like Splinter.
Kind of, yeah, I guess. Adopt the Turtles project path file. That's what he did.
Yep. Apparently, Inky Pink says, noodling is also a form of fishing with your bare hands. It's weird. I like the sound of that. Sounds fun. I would like to try fishing with my bare hands.
With your bare hands?
Yeah, Mike, you would like fishing with your bare hands. I would like fishing with my bare hands. You can't tell that there's a difference in spelling, but there was.
Tib says, surely there must be a better way to export everything than either going through layers one by one or making an entire node tree for it.
Nope. There's not. You have to do it every time.
Well, I create... I have a script that takes every selected node that you've selected and then makes a render path based on the file name. It's also a relative path, so it the way I set it up is we have one folder directory for animation and one directory folder for compositing, and so the relative connection remains the same if our artists save things correctly, and so it knows how many folders to jump up and then which path to follow down into it, and then it builds the folder structures based on the file name. So if the file name is named correctly, it knows that it's seen whatever, and it knows which chapter it is. And because we have the project we're working on just now is split into multiple chapters and then a scene name within that. So yeah, so I don't have a script that'll do it automatically for your tuttles, but I could revamp that script to just be like, go here, and just do it like one folder up and put all your assets there.
Yeah. That is something that you had to seek out actively though and kind of customize for yourself, isn't it? It's not something that Toon Boom just does.
No.
But we'd recommend that you grab that script if you're exporting a bunch of stuff from Toon Boom.
I might sell that script.
Did you base it on someone else's though? Or did you write it from scratch? Because if it's based on someone else's, you should probably like at least credit them.
Yeah, it's probably someone else's, to be honest.
Because if the majority of the work is someone else and you just tweaked it, then you shouldn't sell that.
I'll check.
You know I'm right.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. Had a little bit of overlap there on one of the lines. Yeah, so I'm not gonna set up all the nodes now because it would take a long time, and because you have a script that could potentially do it, like in the future when you're done and your other stuff, that would do it way faster. So I'm gonna go and get to work.
Okay.
We're gonna have to call the stream.
I don't want to call it. I don't want to go anywhere.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry, but we have to. We have to because I have stuff I need to get on with.
Well, I got this. You got any advice for how to make it better?
How to make it better? What is it that what is it that you're doing?
Well, can you see it?
I can see it, but I don't know what the intent is.
Oh.
What is the animation?
Well, if you can't tell that, then it's failing, right?
No, it's not. Like I don't know whether this is a slow to. You want this to be slow to a walk, if you're animating a stop at the end of a run. Like
yeah, it's that. Stop at the end of a run.
Okay. Can you say it kind of loop so I can see it?
It ain't looping. You want an extra bit of.
I'd kind of like to see it from the front. I'd also kind of like to see it from the back, because that's how you'll be seeing it as a player, right?
You'll be seeing it.
Can you show us it from the view that the player would have? I think it's looking great. I really like the little step you have where he like reorients the weight. I would say if I could see something that I would maybe refine a bit, it would be the movement on the hand. At the minute, it's very obvious that everything is moving from the hand controller. It doesn't look like it's moving from the shoulder or the elbow.
Yeah.
As it would be. It looks like the hand controller is being moved through space and everything after that is dragging after it. Darkfault says make the cat kneel down a bit more on the stop. I think it might be open source already, Tip. I think that's how Mike got it. Is it somewhere available, Mike, the script for people?
I think I think I googled how to make a export write node script, and it was like in one of those forums where it was just an answer to someone's question.
Right.
And so I just grabbed it from there.
It would be nice to have that like widely available for people.
What I'd love to be able to do is have the script be able to be like, set your render path, and then like you'd be like, it's here, and then
it just automatically sort all the files for you based on your file names.
Yeah.
That would be really cool, yeah.
What was it like when you first started using Blender? It looks so goddamn confusing. Don't
worry, I think everyone's confused by it when they first start using it.
I'm trying to remember. It was a bit different from this, but not too different. They did do a big overhaul in like what the UI looks like from 2.7 to 2.8. But a lot of stuff stayed largely the same. The thing about Blender is that you can customize what each window is. So if you look here in the top left, there's a different editor types, and each one of these is a different piece of like different window with different information. And so this one here is just your 3D viewport. This one on the top left is called the action editor, and what this is showing is on the left hand side, it's cropped, so it's also a little difficult for you to see, but all of these are the different parts of my rig, and they're all named here because they're all keyed, and each one of these little dots is a keyframe, so it shows me like where the different parts are keyed. And then at the top there's a summary which shows me where there happens to be keys here. Below that is the graph editor. If I select the control, it has it moved. This shows you how one of these parts is moving between. So you kind of have to understand. There's a little bit of understanding, but generally, if there's a straight line, it means that it's moving in a straight line. If there's a slight curve on it, it doesn't necessarily mean that never mind. I'm not going to explain a graph editor right now. One thing is a timeline, and then on the right hand side, there is shows you all the different objects in your scene, and then here is like the properties window. And so you just learn each individual thing one at a time. Blender's actually made a huge effort to not hide everything behind shortcuts with the new interface. Yeah. And then along the top row, you have different layouts. So say you specifically want to be doing something in modeling, you might have something like a lot of the other stuff doesn't need to be there because you don't need to be animating in this one. Or if you're sculpting specifically, it will open up the sculpting tools. Or scripting, there's a whole bunch of scripting stuff. Or compositing, there's a whole bunch of compositing stuff. So it hides all of these depending on what you need to do. Yeah.
Thanks, Ola. And yeah, Tib, isn't it true that you don't even have a mouse connected to your computer? You do everything via keyboard. Anywho, I'm gonna have to nudge you, Mike, to let us go.
Okay. That's fair. I think I'm probably just gonna end rather than raid because I do need to get on with stuff as well. Unless I just.
Raiding will only take you a sec. You could raid Kuya.
Yeah, okay, let's raid Kuya.
Woo woo! Seaglass, don't worry, it's all just practice. Like, as you become more familiar and use it more, things will start making more sense to you, just naturally. So don't worry about not getting it all as soon as you go in. Because these programs are massively complicated. There's still a lot about Toon Boom that I don't understand and don't use and have to learn about. I'm just familiar with the tools that I'm used to using day in, day out.
In order to raid, you have to step up from the desk, get over it. It's a whole ordeal.
It's a whole thing, guys. It's a whole thing.
We'll be back on Monday.
Yeah. Everybody have an awesome weekend. I know we will. I've got some really fun work to be doing. I'm excited. Yeah, it's life is good, guys. Everybody, best of luck with all your stuff, all your work. Wish you success in all your projects and a great weekend.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you very much.
We've been Doig and Swift and you've been amazing. Yeah. You ready? And may the rest
Of your day
be filled
with adventure.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Go have a great day.